Ever felt lost in a complex world of real estate? Dive in as we unravel the mysteries of buying a home in a market full of surprises. You might be one of a million Americans trying to buy a home at the 7, 8, 9% interest rates, which can be seen as higher than the previous decades. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but the time to buy is when you're financially ready. Referring to the last decade, you're not wrong again. And probably saying, Reid, rates are crazy high. You should not be purchasing ever in these high markets. Did you know that 7 to 8% historically are not far off from the historic average I will talk about in this video? And I want to show you why I and so many others are still buying real estate all the time despite the rates. Hey everyone, I'm Reid Yoshida, a realtor with the TSE Team, the top real estate team in the Bay Area. Each week we assist numerous buyers and sellers in navigating the dynamic property markets, from helping newcomers settle in our vibrant communities to guiding those looking to fix, finance, and make their big move. No matter what situation, we've seen it and we've handled it. But just want to go over what is a recession and how does it benefit the real estate market, because it is true. A recession is an economic term referring to a significant widespread and prolonged downturn in the economic activity, and can decrease property values and demand for these properties. And maybe you're in this boat and maybe you have to move for an emotional connection, for family ties, fond memories, personal reasons, or it's a long-term investment. You saw a deal of a lifetime in a community that you love and it was the needle in the haystack. You have to go for it. That was kind of like that's your mantra. Or unique amenities. It fits your lifestyle or your growing lifestyle. It hits those top schools that you want, those natural attractions, cultural landmarks, more vibrant community. Or perhaps it's a career opportunity. Maybe it's moving out of the area, getting a different opportunity, or it's moving back or moving up, commute less. Laid off and you have to move back. Maybe it's too expensive where you are and you need to get up and move. And then the other is the potential for rate reduction and other discounts. This can be seen by seller concessions. Seller concessions can be either them paying for a rate reduction for your mortgage, discount rates, or it could be a seller credit. It doesn't come with any furniture, any bonuses. You get a seller rent back. Maybe you can get a discount on the home, but because it's so expensive and scarce right now, to relocate, a lot of sellers do want to stay in the home. We're seeing more of that. Now let's take a history lesson on interest rates. First, let's describe where we are. I will put up a map here of just recessions. We're currently theoretically in a recession. What is recession? It is an economic term referring to a significant, widespread, prolonged downturn in the economic activity. You usually will see this with probably doing less trips, probably purchasing less because everything is so much more expensive. But yeah, just to reiterate, interest rates across time, we've seen the highest in 1981 at 20%. Now, the average between 1970 to 2003 has been 5.4%, and 0.2% 2009 marked the beginning of kind of that modern low, free borrowing at 0.2%. So pretty much almost free. And so we're hoping for a deflation of goods. Recessions for real estate specifically decreases the demand, making it less competitive, and increases the opportunity to get deals that you normally may have not been able to get, and leaving more opportunity to negotiate with sellers with having less demand. And again, please factor in these interest rates with your situation. I don't think anyone should be making a move or spending beyond they're comfortable with. So please, I recommend seeing a financial advisor or seeing someone that could run these numbers for you. And everybody's situation is different, so I'm not going to pry on any of that. Factoring in rates for long term, hedging against inflation. So when you are buying into the market, you are hedging against inflation. I mean, you're getting in at a lower price, your property taxes are lower, and you're kind of setting yourself up for that future long-term gain. And it's also important to keep in mind the value of money. If you're keeping in a savings account or an investment account, like understand the opportunity cost of other avenues, but please be educated about it. The final strategy that I would recommend people using is OPM, others people's money, or other people say get a mortgage. Or you can leverage, say you get a multifamily, you can leverage kind of that revenue it makes to get a loan. And so take your time, run these numbers, and hedge against inflation with these assets. In summary, in market downturns, buyers are drawn to real estate for personal and financial reasons. Emotional ties, strategic investments, unique amenities, and career motivation influences these purchases. Given in fluctuating interest rates and inflation concerns, savvy investors capitalize on opportunities, especially leveraging other people's money for gains. All right, thank you for tuning in. If any part of this video resonated with you or you have any questions, don't wait. The entire TSE team, including myself, is here and ready to assist. Reach out to us directly. Let's make your real estate dreams a reality. Thank you.